Welcome to the Market Moon Lord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the blue moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. Welcome to the Market Moon Lord. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the blue moon of Neptune, and as promised, we're going to go over GameStop and AMC stock with the moon phases. Now, we clearly saw and went over in our last video how the new moon, which is over here, started the whole cycle. That's the new moon. And when there's a new moon, the moon grows and then it becomes a full moon. And so this green background right here is the new moon turning into the full moon. And then right here, full moon for both AMC and GME. And so we saw on the new moon, it grew. Full moon, it grew. Okay. And on the actual full moon, it had another spike. Okay. Now this little guy right here, we also went over this is the perigee moon. And that's when the moon becomes closest to the earth. And I predicted that we're going to see a reversal because perigee moons and other phases can cause reversals, and we did get a little reversal. So that kind of confirmed to me that we are kind of following the moon phases with these stocks. And so I have good news for everyone who follows astrology. Tomorrow we start a new green day. Okay. And when I say by green day, I'm talking about tomorrow we have a new moon. Okay. And guess what? I mean, I can't make this up, but what happened on the build up to the new moon? Okay. The day before new moon, we both of these have a green day. Okay. So guys, they're definitely following the moon phases, and I'm predicting that we are going to have a reversal and hopefully a bull run, and potentially well, I don't know about the squeeze yet. I have to look further, but I can say that things could start looking better on this new moon tomorrow. Hey guys, so like I said, everything started on this full moon. This is AMC's IPO chart on the full moon, and this will be the new moon tomorrow. Okay. So one thing that moves the stock market is definitely Uranus. And Uranus on their chart was getting a very nice trine from the moon on the full moon. That's awesome. A sextile from the sun, and a sextile from Jupiter, which represents expansive things expanding. Okay, that's beautiful. Mercury, which represents communication, was sextiling the sun. And then we had a very nice Venus return building up here, and that hasn't actually returned, meaning it's in the original spot it was when this birth chart was birthed. So that's still building up, and I'm very excited for that. But we have the Venus conjunction with Pluto, which is very, very powerful energy. Venus has a lot to do with people and money. Pluto has a lot to do with desires and deception and sudden changes, and it's happening right on top of their very powerful late degree 28 degree Venus in Capricorn. Okay, so that's pretty nice. And then we had a Jupiter conjunct the sun, which also represents expansion, and it was getting a sextile to Uranus, and Uranus definitely moves stocks. Okay, so that was the full moon. I just want to throw that out there, and this full moon was trining Uranus too. I don't know if I mentioned that. So we go over to the actual new moon for tomorrow to see what we have here. Okay, so not as much blue lines, and we have one more red line. Red can be, a little malefic, but it's the opposition between Saturn and Mars, which is oppositions is a thing where things can be out of balance, or there's opportunity to find some type of balance. So that could be a lot of things. As I mentioned in the other video, Mars kind of kickstarted all this when it was closer to Uranus. And now it is directly opposite of Saturn. Okay, Saturn definitely represents structures falling down, and Jupiter, sextile Jupiter, is very, very lucky. Okay, So this is very interesting. That is coming right on top of the Saturn. Things are definitely changing for AMC, obviously. But what I definitely think we want to pay attention to for the most part is look at Uranus. It's getting a nice sextile to Saturn. And then Mercury is gaining a sextile from the moon on the new moon. Mercury represents communication. And then the sun is also good for illumination and getting attention and communication. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if AMC actually communicates something tomorrow, or we get some type of information. That information could definitely have to do with deception, because we have a Mercury square the Neptune, and Neptune is the illusion. Okay, and Neptune trine Saturn is a very good energy for dissolving an institution. Okay, because Neptune wants to dissolve things and make things cloudy and put creativity to it, and it doesn't care about the structures like Saturn. Jupiter definitely wants to give Neptune the fantasy is looking for. So this is looking very, very bullish. I don't really think the squeeze is necessarily going to start until after this Mercury retrograde, especially since on the full moon the actual Mercury was sextiling the sun. So I think we're getting a retrograde period where there is going to be a little restriction, redoing, refining, retuning, but I think when Mercury goes direct, we are going to get something special, and I'll definitely go over that when we get there. But this new moon is looking pretty exciting. Right of my app, you can see that we have a new moon in 18 hours. If I hit that little button right there, it'll actually adjust to the exact time, 2:06. So yeah, guys, that's the new moon. That's when we're going to get the potential new energy. Yes, very excited. I mean, between having this very nice new moon on Mercury, that's communication, that's information. You know what? This Mercury retrograde, it could be us going right back to the same. Let me look at that. That happened on the 26th degree, the full moon. So this is on the 6th degree right now. So we're going to go over the 26th degree again later. That is going to be very interesting when Mercury goes direct and hits the same degree again. But having tomorrow new moon with this Jupiter conjunct Venus in the sky, that's awesome. We saw here when Jupiter was conjunct the sun, what happened. Jupiter conjunct Venus, that could be very good for money. Venus rules money, Jupiter rules luck, expansion. So very nice things that we could be expecting in the near future for AMC. And I will do this for GME soon. And guys, let me know if you guys want me to do a complete breakdown of their charts separately, and just reading them in general, and that will just probably give us a better idea on what to expect in the future anyway. So thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe, and yeah guys, diamond hands all the way. I'm feeling the energy, I'm feeling this new moon. Things are going to start to grow. That's what new moon represents, new beginnings, things growing, especially things that have been things we're thinking about during the dying moon, the waning moon. That's when we're thinking about new things, and then on a new moon we attack. So tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a whole brand new energy in AMC from retail investors and from institutions. Definitely, now that I'm thinking about the Saturn and Scorpio right here, yeah, things are definitely happening between the scenes. People are taking action behind the scenes for sure. So yeah, it's looking good. But yeah, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Jason Alexander, the blue moon of Neptune.